Hi, I'm Vinodh. Welcome to Career with Vinodh. I'm currently working as cloud security analyst at Deloitte. On this channel, I will be sharing my knowledge about cloud security, cloud certifications, and how to prepare step by step using the right materials. I will also talk about my college to campus journey, what I did for internships, and how I prepared for placements and what actually worked for me. So you will learn how to build a strong resume, prepare for interviews, and stay updated with the job opportunities. If you want a real career growth without any shortcuts, stay tuned. There is a lot coming in this series. So yeah, let's move on to the today's topic, which is the cloud networking basics, which is a very basic thing for the cloud. So today's topic is cloud networking basics. In this video, we will understand cloud networking, specifically what is a VPC, what is subnets, and how the resources are created in the VPC and subnets. Resource is nothing but we can say it as either the websites or VM machines or anything like the database what we are placing inside the cloud. So everything is called the resource, and everything will be coming under inside the VPCs and subnets. So yeah, let's start it with this cloud networking basics. So what is a VPC? So VPC is nothing but a virtual private cloud. It's your own private network in the cloud. So when you use any cloud platform, you don't directly deploy resources on the internet. Everything runs inside a logical isolator from the users, which is a VPC. So anything you create, the resources will be under a VPC, and in that VPC, we will be having the subnets. So you can think a VPC as the foundation of cloud network. Without a VPC, you can't create any virtual machines or you can't deploy any database directly over without creating a VPC. So it allows us to control who can access our applications and how traffic flows between the resources. So to isolate resources from other users, to control who can access what. So we will be having the kind of security groups and firewalls where we will be allowing certain ports to be accessible and certain ports to be denied so that it will be a isolated environment. So from which we are allowing certain type of users to only accessible to that. Every cloud resource must inside be a VPC. Sorry. Yeah. So every resource must be created inside a VPC, and VPC is the topest level networking container. Only one VPC can contain multiple subnets. So we will be creating a VPC single network, and inside that we will be having multiple subnets, and those subnets will be having an IP address which shouldn't be overlapped. So moving to what is a subnet. So subnet is a smaller part of the VPC. So it helps the VPC to divide into multiple sections so resources can be managed easily. So we have two types of subnets. One is the public subnet and one is the private subnet. Public subnets will be having a direct internet access, kind of web servers as an example. And private subnet is only for the internal resources. Let's say you have one VPC and subnet, and you can only connect with the VPCs and subnet and the subnets of the other things. You can't have the access to the internet. So if you want just the communication between the VPCs or subnets, you can have the private subnet, or else if you want the public internet access, then you have to go with the public subnet. So why subnets are important? So it just separates the workloads logically and improves security, supports multi-availability zone and design. So this is the reasons why subnets are important. So similarly, one VPC can have multiple subnets and each subnets belong to one availability zones. So what are cloud resources? So resources is nothing but anything you deployed inside the subnets. Let's say you are deploying a virtual machine, which is easy to in AWS, VM in Azure, and compute engine in GCP, and databases or containers. Anything you deploy in the cloud is called as a cloud resource. So how will you deploy your resource? So first you have to create a VPC, and then you have to create subnets inside the VPCs, and you have to allocate the IP address, which is a CIDR ranges, and then you will be launching a resource inside the subnet. So while creating a VM is nothing but a virtual machine. So you have to select your VPC subnets and operating systems where it will be having the disk images of the container and the disk size, like T1 medium, T2 medium, those kind of details, and the instance size you have to be selected. So these were the details while you have to create a VM. So important exams and interview points. We will be having this as a series. So since it is the first video, I will be keeping it as short, and you will be having more in depth in the upcoming video. So VPC is mandatory for cloud networking, and subnets will divide the VPC, and resources are allocated inside the subnets. So no resource exits outside a VPC. So this is an important thing. So VPC is nothing but summary. VPC is nothing but a private cloud network, and subnet is part of a VPC, and resources are deployed in the subnet. So the hierarchy will be like, first you will be having a VPC, and inside that you will be having a subnet, and then inside the subnet you will be deploying the resources. This is the fundamentals of cloud networking. So thank you. If you want to learn more about the cloud resource, or you want to build your career with like how to build projects and how to make the resume impactful kind of things, stay updated. You have many videos coming in the next days. Thank you.